Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the D-Man, the Defenders here. Um, Today's video is going to be a very good one. It's going to be one that a lot of people have been asking for, and it took me a while to make this video, or I'm making it right now, but it took me a while to get to it because I had to change up my entire lineup, and that is the gem set that's best for the Grim Reaper. And if you stay tuned to the very end, I'm going to show you why I believe why I believe it's the best here, or why I believe it's the best, and that is the 4-piece elemental and the 2-piece time. And the 4-piece elemental, as you all probably know, provides a 30% or a 10% heal when she gets below 30%. The reason why I prefer this over, like, if we go to the rankings here, and we go to here, and we go to the second place person here, she too, or he too, has an awakened Grim Reaper, but he decided to go with the 4-piece time. And even though the 4-piece time is good on her, I truly believe that the best is the elemental, and especially now that you can awaken her, simply because of just the vast amount of life that you get now. Like, here she's almost 350,000 life and almost 51k damage. That is an insane amount. Even Harmonia, which she has like a blessing to get like 30% more, or 30% increase in her HP. Even she, well, mine's not really leveled up, doesn't have any gear and stuff like that. Nothing's really leveled up on her, but even when she's fully leveled up, she only hits around like 300k, and that's with this bonus here. And she has the highest HP gain, but ever since you can now awaken, basically, because it's such a high amount, this thing can proc forever, like over and over and over, as opposed to the time, which only procs, the 4-piece time only procs 3 times, and then the healing is done. And if you are using the 4-piece, it will proc all 3 times, especially if she's awakened, simply because she will destroy everybody. She will get through everybody. But the 4-piece does allow her to go. Now, before I go on to it specifically, you have to know a little bit about the gemstones here. This is the only time I really wish that I could actually edit the video and add in stuff. Sorry about that. This is the only time I wish I could edit stuff here and actually make stuff pop up on the screen, because it's very important that you guys understand that when it comes to the stats here, why, like, for actually the very first thing that you guys should know is, if you hit this arrow to the right side here, like, it shows you see, like, the first slot can only be attack, and that's referring to the orange, the writer in the orange here. Like, the main stat that you get from it can only be damage, so you don't have to ever worry about that. So 1, 3, and 5 is always set. Like, so 1 can only be damage, 3 can only be HP, or 5 can only be HP, and 3 can only be defense. Those are set automatically. And yeah, those ones are set automatically. So the only ones that can be different is, if you notice that in the second piece here, this can be either speed, gemstone attack, or gemstone defense, or gemstone HP. I suggest for the Grim Reaper, it pretty much has to be the gemstone attack for her. And you'll see why in a second here. And for the fifth place here, it can be shield, combo attack, or gemstone or defense or HP. And this one here, it has to be it actually means to say the HP drain, not like, yeah, well, you can see like it's actually like HP drain here for the, actually no, yeah, it's actually the HP drain. And then at the very bottom here, it can be combo attack for the 6th slot here, for the 6th slot. But basically this one has to be HP drain, and this one has to be the combo attack, and then this one here has to be the gemstone attack, and then 1, 3, or 1, 3, and 5 is already set for you. But you need the HP drain because, and you need a very high amount of it, because see how mine HP drain here is 63%, because she needs that in between while she's moving, while she gets to her blood scythe. And this is an automatic heal, and people that have automatic, this is a guaranteed automatic heal. It does a huge amount of damage because it ignores the like whoever she's attacking ignores the defense, and it drains 25% HP. This is such a powerful, especially now, it's everything's so much more better when you awaken your champions. And when you awaken your champions, just as a little fun fact, they actually become like first 11 star and a 12 star. So meaning why that would be important is like for the Warsong, when you're trying to explore, you see how here it says like a total amount of stars, you need like 68. Like basically you need less heroes now, especially now that like my Freddy's a 12 star and the Grim Reaper is also a 12 star. So it does count towards that. They're not just 10 stars, they're actually 12 stars. But yeah, but you need a high amount of HP drain just to hopefully keep healing until you can get to your blood scythe. When you get to your blood scythe, your life will spike back up. And to help you with that, you need the 4-piece to keep proccing. This can keep proccing forever. Like every time you hit 30%, it's your turn to attack. You're going to gain that 10% max HP. And that 10% max HP is a lot because, yeah, just because of how much of you almost get double the stats. It's like, it's close to like, I think it's like you get like 40% more stats or something. You almost get double the stats when they go to the 12 star here or the Awaken level 2. So if you can, try your best to awaken, and if you have to pick one, it has to be the Grim Reaper, assuming of course they're using the Astro faction here. But this can keep proccing, and at the end of the video, like I'll show you what I mean. I'll show, not mine, but somebody else's in battle here. Now she does have full gear to get to that amount of life, and her and her artifact weapon is at maximum, the 1440, and I don't suggest anyone actually bring it to 1440 because it is not, it's a huge increase in attack HP, 100%. It is just absolutely insane, but the cost of it is not worth it. It's not worth it at all. If you go to, let's say if you're going to go reset, you see how here it's almost 450 million gold here, almost, right? And about 240k of the Nephi alloy here, or the Nephi alloy, right? It's just not worth it, because in order for me to have done it, I had to basically give up, because I changed. This is my new lineup here. If you go to lineup, this is my new lineup here now. I had to take out my Ramesses 2. I had to take him out, and it was between taking out Ramesses 2 or the Valkyrie. But if you go to the gear here, not just that, but I had to sacrifice my Billy Kid. This weapon was at 1080. It was at 1080 before, and for Ramesses 2, his weapon was also at 1080, which is the maximum, and as well as my rune staff, like for my second rune staff, this one was at 720. So, but I had to sacrifice, to reset all like those two in order to bring up this one here to 1440, which is the maximum. And to give you an idea, like I said, if you go to reset here, if you go to reset and then you go to here, if you could click on reset this one, you see it's only 160. So it's almost 3 times the amount of gold. And this is already maximum at 1080 already. It only takes 100K to get this one to maximum. So you really have to think about it if it's worth it. The cost is just enormous, absolutely enormous. But I'm looking forward to seeing what she can actually do here. Not in this video because I don't have anybody to fight. But let's get back to the gemstones here. For the gemstones, again, once you get an HP drain for here and then combo attack here, once you pick like your main stat, right? The other thing you need to make sure is that the secondary stats where it says like HP drain, combo attack, and HP and then HP, like the gemstone HP, like those 4 secondary stats, you need to have at least 4 of them. Let's go to this one here. Not all of them have 4. Like for example, this one here only has 3 secondary stats, right? So you wouldn't use that one because it only has 3, and the maximum they can get is 4 secondary stats. But since this one is the 5th slot here, it has to be HP, right? Now, after the main stat is already picked, right? For the secondary stat, the number 1 for her is damage. And the second one after that is HP. Now, these are like sort of like hand-me-down gemstones that I put on her real quick, but they are not 100% ideal. So if you go to the HP drain, there's no damage for the secondary stat, and you need to have like every single one of the stones here needs to have damage and HP, and that's if you can, right? Obviously it doesn't always work out, but what I mean by that is see, not this one, not this one. Oh, and when you're looking for try to keep it clean too. Do you see where it says shield 0%, and then my rage is 0%, and my speed is 0%? So like, let's say we click on this one here, right? This one has damage, but it's only at 110, but it has shield. So we wouldn't use this one here because that's not a stat that you need for her at all, because we're not focusing on shield here or any rage. So this one we wouldn't use because it has rage here. And when it comes to speed, if you're ever going to pick speed on a secondary stat, because sometimes it is good to have a little bit of speed, always make sure it's 3, because for speed, like it can be 1, 2, or 3. Actually, for a lot of these, you have to see this one here. Is a good one here, but I still wouldn't level up this one, just simply because like the damage that you need here is 170. Like that's the maximum it can be. So for damage is 170, that's the maximum, and the second one is 140, and then 110, and then 900. I mean, not 900, 90. And I wish I could like actually like write on there, but see, this one would be a very good one to level up because the damage is not the maximum, like it's only 140, which is the second highest, but the HP is also 1120, which is also the second highest as well. 1350 is the maximum for the HP. So this one's a good one here. And when you're picking one up to see, this one's a very good one here. Now when you pick, like eventually, like if I had the gold, I would swap this one out for this one here. This one's a very good one. Even though for the HP drain, that's the smallest amount, like 1.2. It's 1.2 or 1.35 or 1.5. But the damage is 170, which is what we mostly care about, and the HP, which is It's only 1120, which is the second highest, but still. But when you pick a gemstone, strengthen it to level 3 first. Like this, just do this one as an example here, just to show. Let's keep picking, because see here, we're going to go to level 3, right? If you hit enhance, a secondary stat will get increased. And for this one, it's HP drain that got increased, right? Instead of like, but we're looking for the damage to get increased. So I might, like, if I really want to use this one, I would try again, go to like level 6. See, this one's only level 3 now, right? I'll go to level 6. And if by level 6, if the secondary stat of the damage doesn't get increased, I won't use this gem. Like, I won't further level it past level 6. And that's because even though it's unlikely, like, let me try to find one here. Like, this one is okay. Again, it's not the best. It's not the best because percent attack and percent defense doesn't really do much, even though it seems like it does. But let's say we strengthen this one too here, right? I don't have many left here, so we might not even be able to hit it. But I'm just hoping here. Perfect. Confirm. Like, again, like, see this one here, I would take it to if I had any more to sacrifice anyways, or to use to strengthen, I would show you and go to like level 6. And if by level 6, if the damage isn't increased, I will not continue to use this. So if we actually go back here, and if we take this off of and just go back, see, do you see a lot of these like 3, 3, 3, like only level 3? That's because I leveled them just to see, like, if you go to like this one has like level 6s, level 3s. If you go across, right, that's because I'm only seeing, and the reason why is because the secondary stat gets increased at level 6. I mean, at level 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. And 15 is the maximum. And even though it's unlikely, do you see how this one here, my elemental stone, the 4th slot here, do you see how the defense didn't get increased at all, right? The defense didn't get increased at all, and the HP drain didn't get increased at all. Those are still the beginning stats. So you don't want to hit level 15 and have your damage not be upgraded. And that is 100% possible because it's completely random what secondary stat gets increased. I wish I could show you guys by point on the screen. And yeah. So like, let's see here. And you want, and before you actually, so this one here, I shouldn't have even leveled up here. Sorry again. For this one here, I shouldn't have even like leveled it up, but well, this one's for a different hero anyways, but anyways, yeah, see, even though this one's level 9, I shouldn't even be leveling up this one here because, but again, these are sort of like hand-me-down stones. I just put them on just because, like, because they were for a different hero, right? But do you see how like it's already level 9 and the damage hasn't even been increased at all, right? You'd never want that at all. That's not a good stone. So that's why you have to, ideally, even this one doesn't have any damage, so I shouldn't be using it. Like these 3, I shouldn't be used at all because they have no damage, like 4, 5, and 6. But 1, 2, and 3, they have damage and an HP. But anyways, let's get to the fight here, and I'll show you what I mean by, like, if you go to the Temple Wars and then the second stage, schedule, and then scroll all the way down. And I'll make a separate video too on like the losses and wins, and then, but a lot of my losses are due to a bug in the game that I don't like at all. Where my champion does too much damage, so it's healing them back up to full life instead of killing them. But let's see here. Like my first loss to Valkyrie here, I believe, yeah, it's this one here. Now, this was when I was using my Azora and my Ramses 2. and the Billy Kid, and they're all like fully buffed, right? Like 1080 weapons. And you'll see here, Valkyrie, he's using an awakened Grim, right? With Elemental. So he's already killed my Freddy, which is not much to say because he has like no gear, right? But this is my most maxed out champion here, and she takes him down. And you see how she's just staying alive. Like, it's absolutely crazy. But you're going to see here when she gets to 30% that she can basically sustain that forever. See, already she's proccing, she's at 30%, right? And she's just living there. She's just staying there. Nobody can kill her again. And she can maintain this forever. Like, just buying time for her blood scythe. That's it. Like, that's... She can basically, like, stay there and sustain that. And it's only now that she dies, right? But she killed 6 of my champions, just her alone, right? And I'll skip the rest because I lose this match here. But my point is, she was able to stay at 30% and take down like everybody, basically. And she took 6 of my heroes. And if she can take 6 of your heroes, like if she can take 6 of your heroes, like, yeah, that's, you know, she's done her job, right? Like 1 hero taking down 6 heroes. That's absolutely crazy. So again, the gemstone, the elemental is definitely the best. Now again, right? If you just go to here real quick, rankings, second. If it was the time set, right? She would have died because her after the 3rd kill, she wouldn't gain any more healing. If it was the time, she wouldn't gain any more healing. But that 30% elemental healing by the 10% life, that's very, very worth it, because she needs that in order to keep buying time, in order to get to the blood scythe, in order to heal up even more. So anyways, that's it for this video here. And I know I didn't really, just to make absolute certain, HP drain, combo attack, a gemstone attack here for 2, 4, and 6, right? 2, 4, and 6. You need those 2, and then it's already set. You can't change 1, 3, and 5. You can't change that, and try your best not to have any unwanted secondary stats. Like, you don't need shield, rage, and speed's a little bit iffy, but if you pick speed in there, make sure that it's at least 3. It can either be 1, 2, or 3 as a secondary stat, but don't pick speed for here because she doesn't need to attack first. So don't sacrifice a gemstone attack, because you're giving up a lot of attack in order to have the HP drain and the combo attack. You're giving up a lot of attack, so you need to make it up by having this one here. Anyways, this video has been long enough. Yeah, please subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. And I will be remaking this video because it'll make it a lot easier if I can actually edit it and put the numbers up to show you, and be able to like highlight stuff. And yeah, anyways, thank you for watching.